How's it going, folks? No long intro for today, we better move straight to the news. Let's get the show on the pitch. Carlo Ancelotti won his 116th Champions League game as a manager, breaking Sir Alex Ferguson's record. Harry Kane scored a brace against Galatasaray. He has 19 goals and 7 assists in 15 performances this season. Manchester United is the first Champions League team in 20 years to be awarded a penalty in all 4 of their opening matches. Just like Man City and RB Leipzig, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Inter Milan and Real Sociedad have secured themselves a place in the knockout stage of the UCL. Premier League teams are set to agree a ban on loan transfers from associated party clubs during the January transfer window. Vinicius Jr. scored against Sporting Braga, breaking his goalless streak of 6 matches. Mircea Lucescu may soon become the president of Beşiktaş, Cadena SER reports. Marcus Rashford has received a straight red card against Copenhagen, thus he will miss decisive clashes against Galatasaray and possibly Bayern Munich. Real Sociedad scored 3 goals in a single Champions League match for the first time in the club's history. Rasmus Højlund scored 5 goals in 4 Champions League appearances for Manchester United. He has no goals in 8 Premier League appearances though. Newcastle United are looking to sign Manchester City midfielder Calvin Phillips, according to insider Nicolas Kira. Union Berlin claimed their first ever point in the Champions League after playing a 1-1 draw with Napoli. The club's 12-match losing streak has finally come to an end. Benfica lost their chances to enter the Champions League round of 16, while in the previous 2 tournament campaigns, the club managed to reach the quarterfinals. Carlo Ancelotti did not want to bring back Brahim Diaz back in the summer. He needed a player of a different profile to replace Marco Asensio. Shakhtar Donetsk completed 27 passes before scoring the winner against Barcelona, setting the record for the ongoing Champions League season. Spalletti plans to return Jorginho to the Italian national team for the matches against North Macedonia and Ukraine. Antoine Griezmann had a say on his move to the new midfield position. "I'm learning. I watch a lot of football on TV. You learn tricks of what the players do, and you can always improve in everything. In La Liga, there are very good midfielders. After the 2022 World Cup final, I called Mourinho first, then my mother," Paulo Dybala shared. "Me, a man who admired Eusebio and Pelé all his life, has no doubt that Ronaldo is the best in the world," claimed Portugal's former coach Fernando Santos. Antony will not leave Manchester United. Rumors about his loan to Brazil were confirmed to be fake. Jadon Sancho, on the other hand, will probably leave the Red Devils in January. Hernan Crespo is set to become the new head coach of Al Ain. Earlier on, the boss terminated the contract with the former head coach Alfred Schroeder. Messi has become a co-owner of KRU esports organization founded by Sergio Aguero. As of this moment, the club has teams competing in Valorant, League of Legends, Rocket League, and FIFA. Besides, in 2024, the organization plans to assemble a team for Counter-Strike 2. Bayern Munich are interested in Real Sociedad defensive midfielder Martin Zubimendi. He's among 6 options being considered. There were no talks between the clubs yet. The footballer's contract runs until 2027 with a release clause worth €60 million. Juventus midfielder Nicolo Fagioli will extend his contract. The agreement will be calculated until 2028. The player's salary will be €1.5 million per year. Manchester United and Chelsea have renewed their interest in Inter Milan right-back Denzel Dumfries. Nerazzurri have no intention to part ways with the 27-year-old Dutchman, so they won't agree to sell him for less than €50 million. Christopher Nkunku will not be available for the tie against Manchester City. Chelsea are planning his return after international games. Köln approached Borussia Dortmund about a loan move for Youssoufa Moukoko at the end of the summer transfer window. However, the player did not want to be rushed out on loan in its final hours, following the signing of Nicolas Füllkrug. Julen Lopetegui has turned down Al Ittihad's first bid. He does not want to come to the team in the middle of the season. The Saudi club is plotting to make him another offer. Zlatan Ibrahimovic is ready to join the AC Milan management. It only remains to agree the last details before sealing the agreement. Albert Gudmundsson is expected to renew his contract with Genoa. AS Roma and Tottenham are keen to recruit Iceland international, and the club does not mind to sell him, even after he ends up extending his contract. An agreement in principle was reached between Eberechi Eze and Crystal Palace over the player's contract extension. The new deal will see the midfielder earn around £100,000 a week. Atletico Madrid forward Alvaro Morata has extended his contract with the Indians. The new agreement will be lasting until 2027. Kylian Mbappe commented on AC Milan fans' hostile reception for Donnarumma. "I think it was a bit too much, but there you go. That's football nowadays." AC Milan have reached an agreement in principle with Real Betis left-back Juan Miranda. The agreed salary is 1.8 million euros per year. AC Milan are set to sign the performer as a free agent from July 2024. Yesterday we saw match day 4 of the Champions League group stage. All the latest results are in front of you. Let's have a look at the main news of the release. Alright, here's a brief rewind of yesterday's fixtures. Starting off with Group A, where Bayern booked themselves a ticket to the knockout stage after defeating Galatasaray at home 2-1. The main hero of the meeting was Harry Kane, who managed to score a brace. In another match of the day, Manchester United came up short against Copenhagen in a sensational 4-3 display. Ten Hag's team is the last in the quartet. Next up is Group B, where Arsenal kept their lead by beating Sevilla 2-0. A man of the match is Bukayo Saka, who both scored and gave an assist to Trossard. In the other match of the group, PSV barely beat Lens thanks to an accurate shot from Luuk de Jong. 1-0, and the P-Suns take second place in the quartet for now. Then we have Group C. Here Real Madrid picked up their 4th victory in a row, this time against Sporting Braga with a score of 3-0. Brahim, Vinicius and Rodrigo were the ones to bring points to Los Blancos. In the other match of the day, Napoli failed to topple Union at home, ending things up in a 1-1 draw. Thus, the Partenipians lost a great chance to advance to the round of 16 already in the 4th round. And finally, Group D, where Inter and Real Sociedad delivered masterclasses. Nerazzurri squeezed past RB Salzburg away thanks to Lautaro's spot kick strike from the penalty, while the Spaniards left no chance to Benfica, 3-1, with Merino, Oyarzabal and Barrenechea getting the job done. Inter and La Real are in the round of 16. Our congratulations! Moving on to other news of the day. Manchester United will not be able to bolster its squad with expensive transfers during the January transfer window, the Daily Mail reports. According to the source, the club will limit itself exclusively to cheap deals or loans. The reason is the uncertainty regarding the sale of 25% of the shares to the British businessman Jim Ratcliffe, because this process got a bit delayed. The Red Devils also have issues with the FFP limit. Manchester United plan to compete for Brentford forward Ivan Toney in the winter, but are unlikely to do so in the current circumstances. As for the priority targets, the management is considering acquiring a new centre-back. The shortlist includes Jean-Claire Todibo, Nice, Edmond Tapsoba, Bayern, Giorgio Scalvini, Atalanta, and Gerard Brandtwaite, Everton. Bayer Leverkusen are ready to let 20-year-old attacking midfielder Florian Wirtz go, but only for the appropriate price. The matter is reported by Kicker. The Black and Reds value the footballer at least at 100 million euros and are not gonna consider offers that do not match this amount. It'll thus mark a record sale, surpassing Kai Havertz's 80 million move to Chelsea back in 2020. Earlier on, there were reports of Premier League representatives, Manchester City and Chelsea showing specific interest in Florian's services. Barcelona still finds itself in a difficult financial situation, Sport as reports. This will certainly affect the club's transfer policy in the January transfer window. According to the source, the head coach of the team, Xavi Hernandez, has already been informed that the only winter newcomer will be Vitor Roque from Atlético Paranaense, who penned a contract with Blaugrana back in the summer, but was not registered. Barcelona will be able to get new players only in case of offloading some they already have. However, even under such conditions, not all funds received can be spent on signing newcomers. The French publication RMC Sport denied the info given by the Spanish Cadena SER journalists in which Real Madrid finally refused to lend the transfer of PSG striker Kylian Mbappe, even as a free agent. It was noted that there are 3 reasons for that: the player's salary, his age, and the arrival of 17-year-old Endrick from Palmeiras. Instead, the source claims that the Merengues themselves have given this insight through the media close to them. The goal is to minimize the reputational risks in case the 24-year-old Frenchman's move does indeed fall through. At the same time, Los Blancos performers continue to work on the agreement and thus provoke Mbappe himself to speed things up. Guys, don't forget to join us in our Fanatico project and find out which clubs these celebrities currently support. Click on the video in front of you and enjoy watching. Well, the Football News Channel was with you. Take care, and we wish you all the best. See you in a bit.